Welcome back to the channel. Let's get right into it. Today we are going to be comparing two popular suburbs within the Tucson area, that being Sahuarita and Marana. These are some of the most popular suburbs within the area, and we're really going to deep dive on where it's located, what the community is like, what the houses are like out there and the pricing, what schools are in the area, and what amenities are offered within these areas. If you caught my last video comparing Vail versus Oro Valley, these are just going over some of the popular suburbs and towns within the Tucson area. You'll want to make sure you stay until the very end because the last community that I talk about is very popular and has a lot of families and just people in general moving out to that area. Let's get into the video. Up first, let's start with Sahuarita. Sahuarita is located just south of Tucson, and we're going to be using downtown Tucson as our location point of how to get places. So from downtown Tucson, it's about 25 minutes to Sahuarita. You're going to be getting on the I-10, and then from there taking the I-19 south to Sahuarita. So again, about 24-25 minutes depending on traffic. So still really well located, but you are further away from the central city. So if that's something you enjoy, I think that's a huge plus for a lot of people. Now, with the community, Sahuarita is one of the bigger master plan communities in the Tucson area. It does draw a lot of first responders, family, you have military, Raytheon workers. It does have a big draw for people. But that also then leads into how the community is. It is a lot of new construction homes. So you do have a lot of those cookie cutter houses, but for a lot of people who are moving out of state, the style is a little bit different than what they might be used to. You're getting more of the frame stucco housing with tile roofs. You have some Santa Fe style or contemporary style. But the great thing about that is within those master plan communities, there are so many little amenities within the area that the communities offer. So you have a lot of walking paths, you have splash pads, community pools, Sahuarita Lake out there, and it's really, family oriented and great for just having that old school community feel. Now, I will say the two places that we are talking about today, Sahuarita and Marana, they are very similar. And a lot of my out-of-state clients do ask me, well, what is the difference? And there isn't a huge difference between the communities. It's more so of a vibe, and it might sound silly saying that here, but it really truly is. You have to more so visit one area and then go to the next. And I think within an hour of being there, you'll be able to easily decide which one suits your lifestyle better. So as for the housing, again, this is a big master plan community. It is a huge focus on new build homes. So you are going to have a lot of homes that do look similar, but a little different in their own little ways. The price point is going to be in the low 300s, and it does get into, for the new builds, into the mid to high 5s, depending on the house size and the lot and the area within Sahuarita. And there are some more expensive homes within that area as well if you are looking for some higher priced or luxury, but it's not as common. There is some custom new builds out there that can't get into those custom homes, which are really beautiful, but they're not as common and popular out there. It is more of a focus of that lower 300,000 to mid high 5s. The accommodation for a lot of people is really great. You have a lot of first-time home buyers and then a lot of seasoned buyers. It is also near Green Valley, which is known as a retirement community. It's just a little bit north of Green Valley. So you do have a little bit of overflow in that area. If some folks who are near or close to retirement aren't ready to really be in the Green Valley area, they do really love Sahuarita. It just has a lot of peace and quiet, has golf courses surrounding the area where it's really beautiful out there, lots of beautiful night skies as well. The school district within the area is Sahuarita School District, and a lot of the kids that live in that area, they're going to those schools. So again, going into that whole community feel, your neighbors and the kids in the area, they're all going to school together, riding their bikes together, going to the parks together. It's very, very family and community oriented, which is great. as for the amenities. Now, if you're looking for more of your bigger box stores like your Target, you're gonna be going back on the I-19, which is really great because it's right there. It's very close to just hop onto the interstate, and it's probably about 15 minutes to get to a Target. If you're getting to a Costco, probably about a 20 to 25 mile drive or 20 to 25 minute drive. But the great thing is that the community has been built out. There are now bigger box stores. You have TJ Maxx, a Sprouts grocery store, you have Banks, you have a Fry's, you have a lot of like Starbucks and some fast food accommodations out there like Ahmad Pizza, Popeyes, things like that. So you're not necessarily really having to leave that area unless you're wanting to go to a Target or more shopping boutique style shops. So you are really nestled in nicely with amenities. It is really well located for a lot of people where they love that lifestyle. They don't have to really leave the area unless they work outside of the area, and it's just a great community. And again, speaking of community, if you are looking to relocate to Tucson, my name is Rachel. I am a local real estate agent here in the area, and I love helping people relocate to town. Whether you are looking to relocate or you already live here, I would love to chat with you. I also do really specialize in new construction sales. So a lot of people don't really know about a lot of the great incentives that the new construction homes do offer, and I love showing them the options. I love helping them narrow down a certain area, a certain builder, and really get to hone in on what the new construction homes can offer them. So if you're relocating, if you'd like more information, I'd love to help you. My contact information is gonna pop up on the screen. You can screenshot it, save it for later, text, call, email me, whatever's easiest for you. And for a lot of my out-of-state clients, I'm more than happy to do video walkthroughs of the areas or of homes that might be of interest to you, just to make it a lot easier for you. But love to reach out and talk with you and get to know a little bit about you and what you're looking for in Tucson. Let's go ahead and talk about Marana next. Marana is located on the northwest side of Tucson, so the complete opposite end from where we were with Sahuarita. If we are in downtown Tucson, getting on the I-10, we're gonna be heading north and going up, and it's probably anywhere from 20 to 25 minutes depending on where you're going to downtown Tucson, but it is all interstate travel. You're not getting on or off any roads, straight interstate travel, which makes it very convenient for a lot of people. Now, again, this is another one of the bigger master plan communities within the area. And if we're talking about Gladden Farms, which is one of the bigger communities within Marana, that's going to be on the west side of the interstate. And if you're looking into more of the luxury homes, that's going to be on the east side of the Dove Mountain in the Marana area. The community is very similar to Sahuarita. Again, you have a lot of families, first responders, police, military workers, government, all of that, but it is a gorgeous little community. With the schools, you have STEM schools, and they have one right now that is a elementary school, and then they go into the Marana School District from there. But they are building a brand new K-8 STEM school right in the Gladden Farms community that is gonna be done next fall. So it's supposed to be done in August 2025. So it provides a lot of close community action for a lot of the families. A lot of the children will walk to school together, ride their bikes together. It kind of brings back that old school community feel where you feel safe that your children can go out and play, be at the dog parks, the neighborhood parks, anything like that. They also have a really cool aspect that is a huge draw for a lot of my clients, and they have their heritage farm, which is where you can go and rent a little piece of land and you can grow fruits, vegetables, and bring it back to your house. And it's really cool because the Marana area is a little bit more farm area, so they really hone in on that. There's baseball fields out there, they have splash pads. So again, really, really popular with that master plan community feel. Now with the homes, you have home pricing that is starting in the Gladden Farms area, starting in the low 300s and can get into the low 600s. Now, if we're talking about the Dove Mountain area where it is a little bit more luxury, you have homes that are starting in the low 500s, and then it goes well into the multi-million-dollar range. In that area, it's close to the Ritz-Carlton. You have a lot of luxury golf courses. You have a lot of the luxury home builders in the Dove Mountain area. So depending on where you want to be in Marana and what your price point is, there's a lot of options, and a lot of those are going to be newer homes and new construction homes or custom builds. Now, we talked a little bit about the schools, and again, those are going to be the STEM schools. You have Dove Mountain K-8, which is a STEM school, which is on the east side, and then you have the Marana Gladden Farms schools that are on the west side. So besides that, there are charter schools within the area like the Lehman Academy, and then for high school, you have the Marana High School, which is right off of the interstate. Everything is really close to each other, which is really nice. Again, very community feel. Now, for the amenities. With Marana, on the Gladden Farms side, so the Rancho Marana Gladden Farms on the west side, they've been waiting for 20 years to get more of the commercial aspect in that neighborhood. Prior to that, they were having to drive into town about 10-15 minutes or so to get to grocery stores, but this fall they are opening a Fry's food and drug marketplace. It's this huge building that they're building out there, and it's gonna be huge for the community, so it's gonna be a huge door opener for a lot of the bigger box stores to be coming. Already they do have a Circle K out there, they have Dutch Bros, they have a Starbucks, they have a McDonald's. They do have those things out there, but having the grocery store right in the neighborhood is going to be really huge for the community and a huge drawing point for a lot of people, because for a majority of them living in the area, it's less than 3 or 5 minutes to get to the grocery store, which is very convenient. Now, to get to a Costco or a Target, you're probably about 15 minutes driving south on the interstate, which really isn't that bad for a lot of people. It is still very well conveniently located. Another big drawing point for a lot of the families is, besides the community aspect, just down the road there is the Marana Farms, and during the holiday season they have the Marana Pumpkin Patch, which is really fun. It's a great, whether you have kids or not, I like going. I don't have children, but my husband and I love going out to the pumpkin patch and doing the fall festivities. And then in the Christmas time, they do have the Christmas extravaganza at the pumpkin patch, and it is a lot of fun for everybody. So that's a huge drawing point for a lot of people, just continuing that community aspect, which everyone tends to love. Well, that was a comparison of the two suburbs within the area of Sahuarita and Marana. Just a condensed explanation version. If you would like more information, definitely let me know, because I travel to these areas quite often and they are very popular for a lot of people who are moving to the area. If you would like virtual tours, I would love to do that for you. They tend to be really helpful, again, just because if you aren't here, it makes it very convenient. But I'm going to continue doing these series of comparing the areas within Tucson of the suburbs. I think it's really helpful for a lot of people, because besides central Tucson, there's so many different areas in the Tucson area that a lot of people aren't aware of, or they're not sure of what the communities offer. So let me know if you'd like to see any certain areas, and I can definitely do those as well. But again, if you are looking to relocate to Tucson, I would love to help you. My contact information is going to be below. You can set up a time to have a one-on-one call with me, and we can really get down to what your interests are and what area works best for you. I'll see you in the next video.